Hi, everybody. It is a very nice Monday morning. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill coming to you from the Portland, Vancouver area and enjoying a week of vacation. My parents are in town and going up to Timberline Lodge today. Anyway, the point of all of that is that I'm going to try to do these every other day through the week. Our weather's pretty quiet overall until we get into a rain chance. I think that starts as early as Friday. And right now, what you're looking at here, all weather models show likely rain developing this weekend. Now, they differ on, is the rain pretty substantial by the time you get up Saturday morning, or does the rain not really pick up and get heavier later in the day, Saturday night, and the Sunday morning? But certainly the window between developing as early as Friday and certainly manageable rainfall times Saturday and Sunday is what all the models are showing. So that's overwhelming the big headline that we will be tracking here in the Pacific Northwest this week. On Saturday, over on the left, you can see this low, and it's a good one. I mean, this is not just kind of nipping at us. This drops down right over on top of us. So that would be absolutely likely rain on this particular model on Saturday with cloudy skies and temperatures potentially only around 63, 64 degrees for a high with the rain coming down. This model over on the right, now this is the American GFS model. And by the way, um, it's not even close. The American GFS model, if you go back so far this spring, back 4, 5, 6 weeks, has been outperforming, from what I see, the European model. So that's been kind of interesting. It was the American GFS model that never, ever bit on 90-degree temperatures this past week when the euro was going, oh my gosh, 90s, 90s, 90s. The American GFS model never bit on that up in the northern Oregon, and it was right, as we all know. Okay, anyway, this is rain potential on the GFS American model through Sunday afternoon, ending at 5 p.m. Now, this shows the heaviest rain will be up to our north where you see the blue colors. But notice if you look carefully, this is Seattle, over a quarter of an inch. This is Portland, 21/100ths of an inch, about a quarter of an inch in Kelso Longview, about a quarter of an inch of rain or more than that up in Astoria. And some of the modeling shows that the heavy rain amounts will actually come a little bit farther south than what this is showing and eventually become absolutely widespread across the state. So the potential is absolutely there with all models saying weekend rain for a decent upcoming soak, which again is good news. I beat that drum, as you know. Cooler weather days this time of the year, certainly rainy days scattered in this time of the year. Absolutely push back fire season. And when you shorten fire season, you dramatically increase your odds of having a not that bad of a fire season. And you know what's going on right now is that as our summer trends, and we've talked about this, continue to get warmer and hotter, that produces more evaporative drying in our forests and our grasslands. And it happens quickly. And it just puts that much more pressure on to have some decent, cool, wet weather, at least through the month of June to shorten the fire season. And right now, that's what we're looking at. Fingers crossed. Odds good that we're going to have some decent, cool weather at times, rainy weather at times this month, much like we did back in May. Okay, big shout out to Momentous Wealth Podcast, Tapas Archic's team from the Momentous Wealth Management team offering these investment podcasts. You can listen on Apple and on Spotify. It's basically educational topics in the investing world. So hopefully you've checked these out. If you have, leave your comments and I'll pass those along to Todd. Leave me your comments and I'll pass them along to Todd's team, the Momentous Wealth Podcast. Okay, let's get you rolling with what's shaking. And let's start with the rain, shall we? And again, beautiful day today. I mean, we've got developing sunshine across many areas. We're going to get up to about 80 here in Portland. So this is starting Friday. So this is the GFS model. Shows there's a chance of some rain developing Friday PM hours with heavier rains moving up into British Columbia. And let's see what this does. As we go into Saturday, see the rains dropping to the south. This is ending Saturday afternoon. Now, I just badmouthed the European model, but the European model is more aggressive with the rain coming in sooner on Saturday, heavier rain, and dropping farther to the south. So we'll see. At any rate, let me go ahead and play this is through Sunday evening. And again, about a quarter of an inch in Portland, Very little when you get down into southern Oregon, but maybe some light measurable rainfall. And then the heavier 1/2 inch amounts up in Canada and the northern Washington Cascades, and lighter rain amounts out over the Blue Mountains. Um, and you've got to think, I mean, right now, if the models don't back off, I think the models that show heavier rain totals than these are the ones that will win out. So we'll see. And then it's in that anyway, this continues to, in the American GFS model, to show some rain into that following week. Here's Tuesday, June 18th. And now it's got Portland up to 43 100ths of an inch, for example, and about the same up in Seattle. Now, models really differ on whether or not we have continuing rain chances that following week, or if after this weekend we quickly go dry, at least for several days. So anyway, we're watching all that. Here's what it looks on the GFS. We'll stick with that model, the upper flow pattern. Here we are today. And notice, yesterday it was 77 in Portland. I hope you enjoyed it. What a fabulously comfortable day. Today, a little bit warmer. Models at least get us up to 80, if not low 80s. And you see the ridging of the contours kind of ridge up like this. So that's what I'm looking at. And you also want to know where the ridge axis is. So the ridge axis is right in the pinnacle of the contouring, inverted V, if you will. So here it is right over us. So that is a beautiful day coming up. Going to hit 80 or better. We're watching the system offshore, and I showed you this when we last talked. Let me back this up. Here's Tuesday. So that system offshore, notice how it just kind of broadens out, but it stays up into Canada. We don't expect rain from this, but we do expect it to give us pushes of cooler weather, probably some morning cloudiness coming midweek. Afternoon highs back down into the 70s, really comfortable. And that alone helps push off fire season to some degree. Now, here's that low, 549 low in the Gulf of Mexico. This is Thursday afternoon. Seeing increasing cloudiness Thursday night. And I, right now, believe we have a chance of developing showers as early as Friday. I mean, this shows, remember, you need to get on these contour indices, 564, 570, you put a 10 in front of these. So 564 is actually 105, 6.4 millibars of pressure. And when the numbers are lower than 576, you have a chance of rain. And we're in that contour right now. There's that chance of rain. It's just one of those low forecast rules. There's that chance of rain coming in Friday. Here's the upper level low deepening down into Washington and eventually over to Montana Saturday, giving us rain, likely rain at times. This is Sunday. Deep trough across a good chunk of the west. Rain chances would continue for our area. And then notice the GFS, there's a little wrinkle back here. And this is why it keeps the chance of showers alive into start next week. And even into Wednesday, it kind of keeps us in a cool weather pattern. That's of next week. So there is some question. Is it just weekend rain? Are there chances of a few showers that following week? Or at the very least, are there chances that we could have a run of days with highs only in the 70s? GFS model likes to keep us cool. Let's just keep this going. Let's go into the last day of June, shall we? All right, here's June 30th. What I want you to notice, here's 576. That's 573, 574 contour. Weak troughing. So really all I would get out of this is that's not hot. I mean, maybe we hit 80, but it's not hot. And then if you go into, I want to show you this. Here's the first, here's July 4th, actually. See down over New Mexico and into Texas, 594 upper level high. Here's the heat. This is hot weather across certainly the southern half of the United States, and certainly in this area of Texas up into even Colorado, Utah, but not us. We've got cooler weather up here. Now, maybe it's in the 80s, but that's certainly not hot weather, and that's all the way through July 4th. So if the models are right, any 90-degree days we would have between now and July 4th would be incredibly spotty and isolated in nature, which is what happened in May. May was overall a pleasant weather pattern, but we had those back-to-back, that one back-to-back 90, 91-degree heat spike. So at most, I'm telling you, that's what the models are showing that could happen this time around. Here's our warmer weather. This is that 5,000-foot, 850 millibar temperature air mass tracking map. Kind of blobs of air. We watch them. Are they cool blobs, hot blobs? So here we are today. Here's the warmer air in orange and yellow. I mean, we know it's only going to be probably 83 at most today, so that's not bad. And then here comes the cool down midweek, feeding off. Remember that low that comes across to the north of us? We're feeding off of it. Suppresses the hot weather down into California, Nevada. We stay comfortable. And then here we go. There's Friday. Here's the cool weather with rain chances developing on Friday. There's a 60-something degree day with rain on Saturday. We're in that green blue. Here's still cooler weather on Sunday. And then this is kind of and then even this is again the American GFS model, which is cooler than the other models next week. But this is Tuesday, June 18th, and that's still feeding off of some cooler weather. So pretty interesting. All right. So that topic of the June outlook cooling off that we talked about last time, that's all still very much in play. Real quick look at my 18 camera live network across the beautiful states of Oregon and Washington, or at least Southwest Washington this morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning now. We've got clouds along the north coast. That's Tillamook Head from Gerhardt by the Sea, but you get down into Depot Bay, it's sunny. The gorge is sunny. You've got clear skies in Wine Country, Domain Serene, and Willamette Valley. You've got partly cloudy skies in Gresham at Persimmon Country Club. Central Oregon's gorgeous. And by the way, this is behind me this morning. That's live. Beautiful Three Sisters. That's from the Aspen Lakes camera golf course, Aspen Lakes Golf Course. Beautiful course in the Sisters area. So gorgeous weather over there. And then on the Sun River Resort camera, you see Bachelor sticking up right there where my cursor is. These morning cloud areas that we have will be out of here this morning, and everybody will go sunny. You can see it's kind of partly cloudy over Pearson's Vancouver airfield right now. Okay. All right, let's go. Temperatures. We'll wrap it up quick. 91. Remember, it's hotter down in Southern Oregon. 91 today in Medford, 90 tomorrow. And then kind of up and down. Mid-80s Wednesday, upper 80s Thursday, all the way down to 80 Friday. And will there be any rain that far south Saturday and Sunday? It will certainly be cooler. This is showing temperatures in the 70s. We'll have to wait and see if there's any rain that far south. But certainly you see the cool down, which will be pleasant. You go over the North Bend. Yeah, all dry, southern coast. Looks like mainly 60s throughout the week. All right, that's not bad weather. You're going to be over in Bend where it's beautifully sunny today, 82. What a fabulous day. 83 tomorrow. A little bit of cool off on Wednesday. And will there be some rain this weekend in Central Oregon? There's the potential that that low coming in will be strong enough to drop rain over Central Oregon. So right now, this picks up on only the cooler temperatures, 68 and 68. So we'll see how that plays out. You folks in Salem, 83 today, 77 tomorrow, 76 Wednesday, 80 Thursday. There's that incredibly comfortable week ahead. This holds off rain chances until Saturday. I think there's the rain chance starting as early as Friday, and it's more than a slight chance of rain on Sunday. This is a NOAA National Weather Service product that I link into, but it's really conservatively coded as you get out. So it's never going to just jump on something hard that's way out. So take it with a grain of salt, if you will. Real quick, up in Seattle, decreasing clouds today, 73, 60s tomorrow, Wednesday. There's a chance of showers developing Friday. The likely rain Saturday is the way I would word it, and the likely showers on Sunday is the way I've worded it. I mentioned this earlier. Here's my 7-day from Hazeldale Tire Pros. I mentioned earlier that I'm kind of on a pseudo vacation this week. So I've got my 7-day on my weather site, portlandweather.com, flipped over to the automatic pull from the Weather Service. So if I were doing this forecast, 82 today, yes. 70s tomorrow, Wednesday, absolutely. Some morning cloudiness, both days look potential. I would add a chance. I would say Friday, increasing clouds with a chance of showers. That's Friday. Increasing clouds, chance of PM showers. I would go likely rain or likely showers on Saturday and likely showers on Sunday. And both days, Saturday and Sunday, would only be in the 60s and probably no warmer than 65. So that's what we're looking at for the week ahead. If you haven't subscribed, I invite you to do so. Tell your friends about my channel. I appreciate that very much. I'm Rod Hill, and I will talk to you soon.